responsibility policy is being sponsored by the German government. The German ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Christoph Retzlaff, said the German government will continue to support the economic development of Ghana to scale over its challenges.
Strategic partnerships between state, private sector and other non-state actors allow us to tackle important issues such as climate change, scarcity of natural resources, increasing energy and food needs, human rights and peace and security with joint efforts. And I think this is of utmost importance.
The Minister for Trade and Industry, Ekospio Gabra, said such policies will ensure that both players in the public and private sectors carry out their businesses with special focus on the people and the community they operate in.
We are launching a policy that we intend to implement, and our academic friends and consultants here have given us an outline of the kinds of steps that we may need to take to convert this policy into an action plan with timelines and deliverables and outputs, with opportunities for periodic reviews and possible adjustments of the policy over time, so that it continues to be a living document, not just a piece of paper that we stick on the wall, so that we can really get the job done to make sure that CSR becomes an integral part of Ghana's overall business, culture, and practices.
Prior to the launch of the National Corporate Social Responsibility Policy, the various institutions in both the private and public sectors had their own social responsibility policies governing their operations in the various communities. However, framers of this national CSR policy say the document has taken into account all the issues institutions must consider when dealing with their publics.
The Ghana Statistical Services will, from Monday, the 10th of October, commence the 7th edition of the Ghana Living Standards Survey. The previous edition of the survey revealed that an estimated 8.4% of Ghanaians were considered to be extremely poor.
The Ghana Living Standards Survey, GLSS, makes available relevant data for decision-making and the formulation of policies to address the needs of the population. The survey provides a wealth of information for measuring the welfare of the population. The GLSS was first conducted in 1987. The results of the sixth round, conducted in 2012 and 2013, showed that for food items, Greater Accra was more expensive than other regions, whereas non-food items were more expensive outside Accra except in the three regions of the north. Given a poverty line of 1,314 Ghana cedis at the time, poverty reduced by 7.7 percentage points between 2005 and 2013. For the 7th edition of the survey, 15,000 households will be interviewed in each cluster. The survey is expected to take 12 months. Speaking at the launch of the 7th edition, the Deputy Government Statistician in charge of operations, Mr. Anthony Amuzu, explained how this year's survey will be conducted.
Our data collection for the Ghana Living Standards Survey is over a period of 12 months, made up of 10 cycles. Data collectors will be assigned to clusters in which to work, and each of them will spend 35 days in a cluster, visiting 5 households at 5-day intervals. This means each household would be visited 7 times during the 1-year period from October 2016 to October 2017.
He appealed to the general public to cooperate with the field men and women to conduct a successful survey.
We also wish to appeal to the selected households to provide the personnel with the right information, as the provision of wrong information will ultimately lead to wrong decisions being taken by policy makers.
Results of the survey will be available in October 2017.
News are, we are back shortly.
The people pay you Queen Dr. Pepper go see the mind if I get too far. Let our child yes let our child yes I'll pay you for I'll pay you for na sopa obeden
And in this segment tonight, GBC24 Abdul Hai Mumin embarks on a trip to some farms in the northern Savannah ecological zones and reports that the Ministry of Agriculture's program dubbed GCAP is helping to enrich some farmers.
Tonight on my journey, I'll take you through some farms in the northern region as well as in the upper east regions, and we'll tell you stories about the process that farmers have to go through to bring us food to our homes. We'll take you through the industry of agriculture, and we'll bring you interviews with farmers who farm on subsistence basis and those who do it on commercial basis. We'll also tell you what they have to go through on a daily basis in order to be able to feed us. Come with me on this journey. The agri sector is one that has been considered as the backbone of the economy.
Some of us are dry season farmers. And then without dry season farming in the northern sector here, the economy of this area will not change.
Farmers in the northern Savannah area of this country have one problem, which is they just have 3 months of farming season throughout the year, and the rest of the 9 months they sit idle. This has resulted in many problems for not just this particular area, but for many other areas around the country.
The weather can be real harsh. When you come here February, March, you feel sorry for the crops. But we are fortunate we are by a river. Even there we need power to pump the water.
Because of our climatic conditions, whether we like it or not, irrigation is going to be the way for agriculture. We cannot continue to depend on the rains.
Generally, there's a trend that appears to show that agric's contribution to GDP has been declining over the years. But experts have also expressed the opinion that whenever services and industry grows, then it appears that agric declines, and that is because all the input that is given to services and industry comes from agric. And so the belief is that agric, in actual fact, is not decreasing.
When you are developing and you get to a stage, agriculture will have to shrink. And when it shrinks, it calls for a refocus. And that is why we're calling for modernization of agriculture.
Now we have a lot more young people wanting to go into agriculture and taking it up as their profession.
We young men have to enter agric and raise agric and let our product and our goods. And through GCAP intervention, we have 2 pivots installed on this farm, which makes our irrigation easy for now.
This warehouse, as we can see, which is a 500 metric ton capacity, and we hoping that with this, farmers will be able to access better markets. But where there's an increase in production or productivity, and markets are not good, farmers are normally disadvantaged.
Farmers are able to store their produce after harvest, and then they are advanced with some money in trenches, while they delay the sales and then monitor the market to see whether prices will increase, and then they will sell. Because during harvest, just after harvest, there are a lot of produce in the system, and then the prices are normally very low. So when farmers push their produce into the market, they get very low income. If you look at the amount they spend in producing and then what have come as a revenue, and they want to calculate the profit, they don't get anything.
Abdul Hai Mumin reporting for GBC24.
And that's it for this segment. Coming up, we have international news.
To Anointed Electrical Engineering Services for a permanent solution to your power problems. We do 24/7 after sales service, sales of spare parts for all generators and cables, and we repair all generators even if you didn't buy from us. Locate our head office at number 77 Anointed House off of Dokomala Main Road. Anointed, the generator experts.
Why are we getting together? Why are we flying the colors of our pride so high?
Charlie, Ghana's original.
Captain of the Black Maidens, Sandra Uswansa, scored a stunning winner as Ghana qualified for the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The National Chief Imam Sheikh Osmano Sharabutu has offered special prayers for boxer Joseph Kinkon Agbeko. Agbeko will take to the ring on Friday, October 14th against a Tanzanian opponent, Haji Juma, at the Accra Sports Stadium.
The visit to the Central Mosque by former IBF bantamweight champion Joseph Agbeko was to first officially invite the National Chief Imam and his elders to his upcoming bout on Friday, October 14 at the Accra Sports Stadium. Agbeko will slug it out with Tanzanians Haji Juma. It was also to seek for Allah's blessings for victory in his bout. With the bout codenamed Fight for Peace, the Chief Imam, who is also a member of the National Peace Council, applauded the initiative and prayed for a violence-free election.
اللهم اجعل بلدنا غانا بلدنا آمنا مطمئنا اللهم اجعل بلدنا غانا بلدنا آمنا مطمئنا وسائر البلدان وآمنا في أوطاننا.
Agbeko, who returns to the ring for the first time after his last bout in May 2015, says he is ready to rumble.
The training has been done already. It's left with just a week to the bout. I'm doing all this move, even though it's interrupting with the training a little bit, but I will say the training has been done already.
Agbeko's record currently stands at 30 wins and 5 defeats, with 23 of the wins coming by way of knockouts, including his landmark win against Luis Alberto Perez, which won him the IBF bantamweight crown in 2007. Juma, his opponent, has recorded 16 wins to go with 8 defeats and 5 draws.
Welcome back in the arts segment. Tonight, the Eastern Regional Festival of Arts and Culture has taken place at Kofodia. This year's celebration focused on promoting a culture of peace for national unity, social cohesion, and economic empowerment.
This year's Festival of Arts and Culture saw a display of various performances by some cultural troupes, including the Amanokrom Phantom from Troupe, the Manyakrobok Lama Troupe, the Kofodia Culture Troupe, and the Ntara Group. The New Jabing Senior High School Choir also gave renditions of patriotic songs which called for unity among Ghanaians. The New Jabing Municipal Chief Executive, Mr. Kwabena Achirekusi, urged Ghanaians to cherish their culture.
If culture is a way of life, it tells us that who we are is reflected in our actions and inactions. It is therefore imperative that we project that aspect of our culture that paints a good picture of us.
The Krontinghini of the New Jabin traditional area, Bafo Nyantechi Tutu Boateng, said Ghanaians must uphold peace at all times and call for cooperation at both the community and the national levels as the nation goes to the polls in December.
The culture of peace should engulf the totality of our lives with the active participation of all, so as to unite the strength of all citizens. As Ghanaians, we must see ourselves as a people dedicated to making peace a practical reality through constant engagement both at the community and national levels.
The Director for Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation at the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Mr. William Boateng, said the theme for the celebration, which is promoting a culture of peace for national unity, social cohesion and economic empowerment, reflects the nation's quest to attain peaceful elections. He said cultural diversity is a tool that drives economic development. There was an exhibition of locally made products ranging from clothing to food and medicine.
To wrap on the news for now, thank you so much for watching.
Have a good evening.